Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project panning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. Today I'm going to update my Project 10 Uses project pan. Whew, I'm excited, but I'm also like, I wish I had some more use on a couple things, and I'll explain in a second. But this is just an ongoing rolling project pan that I pretty much bring in anything I want in my collection and use it 10 times. It basically allows me to touch pretty much every category that I want to, and just get a couple of uses on things to see if I want to keep it in my collection, try something brand new to my collection, something that I have been just sitting on for a while that needs to get love again. So it just like fulfills all the needs, and sometimes I don't need 10 uses to find out that I don't love something, so it's really helpful. But the first item I have in here is Tower 28, and it's a concealer, and it's DTLA. And I really like this concealer a lot. I've definitely gone over the 10 uses. I have written down here 10, but I stopped counting and I just kept using it. So that's what I mean about like I could have used something else. It's just I really like using this, and I kind of just want to keep it in, but it will be rolling out. And then I have the LYS Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder in the shade Brilliance, and this is Banana. And this one will also be rolling out because I have reached the 10 uses on this guy, which is crazy because I'm also utilizing my contour palette from Lorac Pro. So to know that I've actually used this on top of that for 10 uses is kind of a big feat to me, but I also feel like those 10 uses could have gone to finishing that palette a little bit more. But that's okay. Everything in my collection needs to be touched and loved, and I'm glad I got some more use on this, and it's probably something that I'll bring in the near future. Now for the things that are from last time that are not leaving my collection, or not collection, but like leaving the project, is the MAC Rocky Horror Picture Show lipstick in the shade Frankenfurter, which looks like this. I love the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think it's so much fun and fantastic, and I would love to see this done as a play. I'm not really the person that likes to go to the theater and watch plays like that, but I used to like being in them when I was younger in like high school, and I more so like being in the pit band than acting, but I have done that and I thought it was really fun. But sitting and watching, I would almost rather watch a movie because then I can be in the comfort of my own home. I'm just that kind of a person. At the same time, really great, and the lipstick is phenomenal. So this is what it looks like, and I have so far gotten only 7 uses. I need to get more, but it's so hard right now for me to use red lipstick because I've been wearing a lot of very light, colorful looks and not so much neutral looks that I can wear red lipsticks with. So I'm trying really hard to get as many uses as I can, but December is almost upon us, and I mean, I'm hoping to get this rolled out before then. I only need 3 uses. But if I bring in another, or if I want to work on a different red lipstick, I know I will hit those in December. So happy about that, but that will stay in. Next is the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. And this one is in the shade MN1. And it looks like that. I have used this one 3 times, and I still need to use it. It has a very angled doe foot, very triangular shaped doe foot, which is really nice. I do actually have this on today, and I do enjoy it. It's a little thinner and sheerer. It says full coverage brightening concealer, but I find that it's so light and delicate, which I prefer. I don't want a thick, like full coverage fine, but I don't want a super thick feeling under eye powder or under eye concealer, and this just feels really, really nice. But I also feel like you can still kind of see the redness under my eyes, which is a little strange. I've been feeling a lot more tired lately. And just like I haven't been getting a full sleep ever, I have a lot of worry on my plate. And so I just don't sleep well. And I like to cover it with a concealer, but sometimes foundation does good enough for me. But this one, like I said, it's nice. It is covering, but it's a little bit smoothed around, and so I like the fact that it's a lighter full coverage, but I would consider this more a medium coverage concealer. But that will stay in because I need 7 more uses. Yeah. Okay, and then I have the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Light Concealer in the shade Graham Cracker. And this is my perfect shade in this for wintertime. I have like 3 other ones that are too dark. I think 3, maybe 2. But I kept buying this until I found the shade I wanted. But luckily they were all from the cosmetics company store. And this has a similar like bottom triangular part to the doe foot, but it is a full doe foot and it's not angled up as much as the LYS, but it does still have a little bit of that angle, and I do like this concealer. But this is also, I find, it says illuminating smoothing concealer. I definitely find this to be very light as well and like more medium coverage, but really, really nice as well. It also gives that bit of like radiance under the eye, which is nice. So that will stay in because I only have 5 uses on that. And then lastly, I have the Dior Backstage Glow Maximizer 003 Pearly Peach Glow. And this is the newest addition to the line, I would say. They came out with, I think, this packaging with the other colors as well, but I have the older versions. There's like a rose gold one and a pure gold one. But anyway, this is the peachy one, and it's beautiful. I really enjoy this a lot. This one in particular, it's just so sparkly and gorgeous. So all very, very beautiful. Oh my goodness, they're so pretty. You can kind of see their like subtle radiance, but this one right here is glittery. Of course, all my spots on my hand, sorry, but it's so glittery and radiant, and I just love it so much. Oh my goodness. So that's the one I've used the most, but I've used every one of these. So that one will stay in because I have 3 more uses to get on that. And then I want to bring in 2 items because 2 are rolling out. I have the concealer and the setting powder rolling out. And I went through my collection a little bit today, just for like maybe 10 minutes, and kind of looked at like what was older in my collection. And I found 2 little mini bronzers that are from 2001. And I think what I'd like to do is play around with them to see if I like them enough to keep them, because I do have some really great bronzer in my collection. The first one is the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Instant, oh my gosh, Instant Warmth Bronzer in Shady Biz. And I really like this. It's a beautiful soft formulation, really, really nice. A little more orangey leaning, but it actually looks really nice on the skin. It actually is giving like neutrally leaning orangey, but when it's on, I think it looks a little more neutral on me. Maybe I'm wrong, I haven't used it in a while. And then this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Diffused Bronze Light. And I bought this one in a mini, and I was like super annoyed because it was so expensive for a teeny tiny fraction of the amount that you get in a full size. And it probably would have been double the price and you would have got 4 times the amount of bronzer, but haven't even touched this because I find that it's just so light, like so peachy and like so light, and like 2 or 3 tones like lighter or hues lighter than this. So it is a little more neutral though. But I need to try both of these to see if I like them, because I just got a new bronzer from Hourglass full size in Diffused Bronze Light, and this is Diffused Bronze Light. What did I get? Okay, I can't remember. I put it away. It's like at the back of my drawer. I can't remember. Luminous Bronze Light? I can't remember. But I just got a new one in a full size, and it is a little bit deeper than this one here. And I think this one would be nice for winter right now, but I also think it might be a little too fair for me. So I do have family and friends that would do well with this. And it's a beautiful product, but it just might not be for me. So I thought I would put this in 10 uses. Might not even need 10 uses, and I'll be able to tell if this is something that I want to continue using, or if I want to keep it. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just get the 10 uses and then work on it next year. I don't know. But I'm putting them in for that specific purpose because I'm wondering if they have a place in my collection now, and I need to be very serious because they're a little bit on the older side. And I have so many other bronzers that I probably have like 30 other bronzers in my collection that I could use. So I'm going to put those in here for 10 uses, and hopefully I can come up with some kind of a feeling or a decision on, do I need to keep these, or are they something that fits my collection? I'm a little curious to try this hourglass one. I'm going to put some on right now, which is a little strange. I know this is like last minute at the end of the video, so you don't have to stay if you don't want to see this, but I'm very curious because there's so much paleness. Like you can see it's so much white in here. It looks almost white on the brush. So I'm going to try it on my chin. Oh yeah, it shows up. I just like went in and my chin looks very bronzed. So this is definitely a good shade for me right now. Yeah, that's fine. I can definitely work with that. So I will continue to play around with that. Maybe I hang on to these and keep them for when I travel or something. But yeah, I actually don't mind that. It really mattified the look of my skin, but it definitely took away from the contour of my nose. It made my nose look almost bigger, which I try not to go for, of course. But anyhow, yeah, I'm going to definitely work on playing with these and see what I think. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you like this Project 10 Uses series, because it's something that I find so interesting to try. And if you haven't done one, I really hope that you try this. Really, it's like an eye-opener on the items that you have in your collection. When was the last time you used these things? If you have a large collection like me, it is very eye-opening. Like, I have put everything under the sun in here. And let me see if I can just be honest with this right now. I have decluttered 3 items only this year, since I started this page anyway. So who knows, maybe I'll declutter one of these other ones, but I'm thinking that I've liked everything so far that I have used. I actually have decluttered a few more of these items, but not when they were in the projects. I actually liked them in the project. But I see a couple items on here that I have already decluttered. Even though they were really great products, it was time to move them out of my collection. But for the most part, everything has a check. I've reached all my goals on most of these items. And so I have a few hearts besides some items that I absolutely love. The first one is the Dior Backstage Flash Perfector Concealer, which is amazing. I love it so much. I probably will bring that in soon. And then I have the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in number 5. Love that. I also have the ABH Luminous Foundation in 160C. I love that. And also the Milk Makeup Highlighter in the shade Lit. That was fantastic. I almost forgot how good that was. So that's another reason why I like this project. This is just such a nice reminder to what is amazing. There's so many things I'm looking at on here, and I'm like, I love so many of these things, but it just is exciting to look back at my usage and my collection and say, yeah, I really like that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like and subscribe and leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.